What's going on, everybody? I'm Shane from Heads and Tails, and today I have one of my oldest friends, my big brother, Isaac. What's going on, Isaac? Good to see you. It's been quite a time. He's still back up home in Wisconsin. I'm down here in Texas, but I felt like it was a good time for us to, talk about some of the things that we like to talk about. How's it going, Isaac?
Shane.
What up,
Oh my
brother?
God, I'm doing pretty good. I'm sitting inside trying to stay warm. It's cold as hell outside. It's disrespectful as it can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Down there, how's the weather down there though?
Weather, well, it's been kind of rainy out here lately. We got I don't know, it's probably in the 70s. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm wearing a hoodie and everything, but I'm also wearing shorts, so it's like kind of that weather.
I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning and it was 0 degrees out. Zero.
That's nice. So a funny thing about like my lady and her kids, they had never really been up north when we had went to Colorado and all that stuff. It's usually still like 30 degrees in Colorado. I'm telling her like, hey, it goes below zero, right? And she's like, what? Like, it's kind of funny to me that a lot of the people in Texas are like, they've never even seen it go below zero. So they're like, yeah, but that only happens in like Alaska or something. And we're like, no, it happens
No.
a lot.
It was cold. I had to start the car early.
Nice.
So yeah, it was cold.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, so this season, are you going to be doing any ice fishing or anything like that out on Lake Geneva?
So I do snow removal, so I will only be outside when it snows. Other than that, I am staying toasty inside of the house.
Nice. That's what's up.
Age, I don't see, I don't see any purpose being on that lake.
I mean, when you got a couple of boys with you and a shack out there, it ain't too bad. But funny enough, every time I go ice fishing, I get burned.
That sounds like what somebody would say in their 30s. Like I told you this morning, I said 40 hit different.
Yeah.
I do not see any enjoyment. Like right now, the wind is blowing on the house, and I'm like, trash out.
Yeah.
And now, if I was starving, yes, fishing.
Right.
Not starving.
Do y'all got any snow up there yet or nah?
Like dusting on the ground, which I thought was very disrespectful. I didn't appreciate it.
I mean, I always liked it whenever it snowed real hard.
Past my face. It was a little abrasive. And I did not like that. And I put my hoodie up and I shuffled back into the house and I said some words.
Right.
Trying to contain early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be in a violent mood, but that weather
right
got me there this morning. It said face. It hit me in the face when I walked out, and I didn't appreciate it.
Oh, my face.
Like, no. Nope.
Right. Yep.
And I came back in the house immediately and drank a hot cup of coffee and tried to recoup my whole thoughts about the day.
Yep. So my lady always talks about like, because she actually, once she went up to Colorado, she was loving the snow and all that stuff. And I'm like, yeah, the snow is great. But like, you got to realize it's cold a lot without snow. Like it don't snow at all. And it's just cold and miserable, and you're like,
living in Lake Geneva and not being a tourist.
Yeah.
Come up, they love it, they say it's gorgeous, and then when you live there for your whole life, you're like, no.
Right.
Talking about, I don't see anything you just said.
Well, I mean, back in the day, we'd do like snowboarding, skiing, snowmobiling, that kind of stuff. That was all fun. But, that's all after Christmas stuff. From like
kids. We were kids.
What? Well, yeah. Hey, a snowmobile, you can be old and still drive a snowmobile.
Yeah. No. Also, that's usually intoxicated. I don't live that life anymore. I don't drink.
I would never say I was intoxicated while operating a snow vehicle.
Say that actually I've been in the environment to actually have the opportunity to drive a snowmobile. All doing it. Time when
Yep.
you're at the bars during wintertime, you see a lot of those guys come in off the lake and they're on snowmobiles and they stay in the bar for quite a while. So we won't say that it doesn't happen. But I've never partaked.
So back in the day, we had those snowmobiles. Like my dad, my brother, myself, we all had like those old 440s and stuff, like the early 90s 440s. And then I started hanging out with Hunter, and that dude had those freaking brand new crazy ones. The Arctic Cats, I don't even know. I think they were like 660s or something. But dude,
Those
those
are
are a whole new
fast.
level.
I'm not trying to die because like that's like riding a motor. It's basically
What's going on, Big D?
motorcycle.
What's going on, Blakers? Good to see you guys.
That's going on.
Um, that was yeah. I love snowmobiles and all that stuff. That was probably the best part about being back home was the winter sports that you get.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna agree with you.
quite a bit has been going on in the past year. I'm gonna transfer over to that real quick. So my pops ended up having cancer. He was fighting it off quite some time. It came back stronger than ever. He ended up passing on Halloween, which was
Gee,
actually all right. So
gangster.
knowing my dad, here's the thing: my dad has
Right.
always been a jokester, you know. So he had to play one more joke before he got out of there, and it was so bad, dude. Like they're carrying my dad's body out, and trick or treaters are coming up thinking that it's a part of the dang Halloween thing, and we like, no, no, no. Like, oh man, it was so bad,
Great.
bro.
That's
My
great.
dad,
That's
I know
so
my dad was cracking up
great.
at that up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he thought that was funny. He had to play one more. Appreciate that, Big D. But yeah, so knowing my dad, he had to go out in fashion, you know, and make sure he freaking scarred parents for life.
Right.
Because the kids still didn't even get it, bro.
Great.
And the adults were like, wait, what? Oh,
Great, bro.
you
That's
know, like,
great.
okay, okay. So
Hey,
that
remember I
was
told
weird.
you I was like, that's classic. Your dad would wait till like Halloween and then just be like, yes.
Dude, for real. Yeah. So
I was not. Hey, when you told me, I was not surprised. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right.
right?
That sounds, yeah, yep. That sounds like Mark.
So yeah, we had a little bit of a crazy moment as they're like wheeling his body out. That wasn't great. It did kind of lighten the mood though, because everybody was like, hmm.
Hey,
You know?
I want to say to you though, Shane, like I'm proud of you, bro. You're taking it well. Honestly, like the whole situation, just in general, like I do understand that whole part of life of losing someone that's very influential in your life and is
Yeah.
very close. Time it's like I think you had already seen this coming and you had
Hmm.
already accepted it and you just didn't want him to suffer anymore. And honestly, bro, I like you
Love you too, man.
from like a big bro stance. Nobody's business. That's like that shit's it serious matter
Honest,
that like I think we were going to talk about too is mental health. You've come a
yeah.
long way. You've come a long way, and I think you took that situation as a man would like to take that situation.
I mean, I always feel like I could have dealt with it better. The year leading up to it, I definitely had some bad moments in there, where it was like, I don't know. It's tough to watch somebody you've spent so much time with because I've worked with my dad for like 20 years doing the salvage yard stuff. Uh
That's why when you told me, it hit me. It hit me hard too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like it took a couple days for me to process it because, like you said, like he's we spent a lot of time with your dad,
yeah,
and being
yeah.
one of your close friends, like
Mhm.
actually being in the house,
Mhm.
not just coming over and chilling for a little bit, but actually being in the house, like one of the kids.
Right.
It was he was more. It was a weird relationship of having a father figure slash friend because we were both friends on Facebook and I still talk to him like
Yeah.
daily, but it was on a different level from being a kid to
Mhm.
being an adult talking to him on a different level of like, hey, I know you're going through some things. Here's my perspective on this issue from an adult to an adult, like man to man kind of thing. And that was
Right.
actually like one of my favorite things where I could go talk to your dad. It,
Yeah.
it, it had one of those think about the past, like when you guys were posting pictures. I was there for that picture.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I was in the yard for that picture. Like,
Right.
what do you
Right.
what do you mean? I actually remember that.
And I mean, I don't know. My dad was an awesome guy. I'm always gonna think that, and I'm glad you think the same. He was always
Oh,
there, like no matter what.
oh,
It was, he'd
oh.
be pissed off at us all the time,
Hey, I was
but
gonna say, was your dad a nice person? No, no, no. By no means. By no means was Mark nice. Mark said some of the meanest things I've heard people say to us, but then be
yes,
like, "He's right." Like, oh,
yeah. And I mean, growing up, we always had so many people at the house and stuff. It would be driving him crazy having all the friends over there. He'd send everybody home but you and be like, all right, now you guys, now you guys come help me in the garage. And it's
right.
like, God
And
dang
you're like,
it.
oh.
I'll be
I
over
knew
there.
there
I'm
was
like, hey, send me away too. He's like, nah.
like, no, nope. Man, I don't know if you're like super retarded or if you got balls of steel. When I was helping him with some things
Mhm.
in the garage, I didn't know how to take that. Like, you just told me that the steel or I'm full blown retarded. And he like gave me that look like I'm really confused as to which one it is. Like you do some things, Isaac. Oh, you're right. You're right. You know what? That's valid.
The,
That's valid.
hey, the term is born different.
Yeah. Not mentally inclined.
Mentally declining.
Oric.
Um, nah, so yeah,
I,
that's
I being a dad, say things nicely to my kids so I don't hurt their feelings as well.
yeah.
Tact. It's using tact, but the generation we grew up, like we didn't have that as much. We didn't have as much PR. Okay?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
apologize for my language. If anyone gets offended, I will refrain
You
from
go-
using. I'll refrain from using such terminologies.
Oh, I don't care. I was just saying.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to help you out as well.
Um, no, so I mean, um, I do feel like I'm back on the upswing. There is a bit of relief that comes with it, that's like, all right, now time to go make him proud. You know what I'm saying? Um, which he told me many times he was already proud of me and stuff. So it's not like I'm struggling with that, but I do also want to live for.
Like I told you before, I said me and your dad we talk like just as friends, and he even told me he's like, Isaac, I'm proud of you. You know, yeah, I see you're changing from when I first met you as a kid to like now, which it's been like it's 20 years, bro. Your dad for 20 something years. Like
Yeah.
that's easy.
I was thinking, I was like, yeah, probably about
About what, 15 when I first met you?
20. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I was like probably 16.
Yep.
But yeah,
See, you're one of my longest friends.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's pretty cool.
20 years
Um,
anniversary.
yeah. It's so speaking of how things have changed over time, I do want to kind of we had started talking about this a little bit, the mental health. I do feel like nowadays is probably one of the best times because there are so many different avenues you can take to be able to help your mental health, and the fact that there is like more awareness to it nowadays. uh
I wanna emphasize on like the mental health. I think having a very strong structure of friends, say friends, I'll say like brotherhood. Like that's why I call you my little brothers because we've
yeah, yeah,
sat down and we've actually I think we were ahead of times because we didn't focus on men's mental health when we were
yeah.
younger. Or less
Well,
like
it
bro
wasn't
quit
that
being
it was. I do have to say, I don't feel like it wasn't that people were talking about it. I think in friends groups it was being talked about a lot, but I think that the
close.
general
Well, we'll
public
say we'll say
was
we'll say
kind
like
of,
close
yeah, yeah,
friends, close
yeah, yeah.
friends because a lot of why men didn't say things because even amongst groups of friends, we were ostracized when we came out and said things,
Oh, absolutely.
trying to actually be very open with our friends. And they would
Yeah,
always ostracize you as like, hey, but then your close friends, when you sat down and actually like one on one, say me and you,
yeah.
we would actually talk about things that we were going through. And we were very like, it created our bond that was deeper because it's like, you don't know Shane. Like, I know Shane because
Right,
me and
right,
Shane
right.
have actually sat down and talked
Yeah,
of things that
absolutely.
I don't talk to other people about.
Yeah, for
When
sure.
like when I was the Department of Corrections and everything under their system, they were like, hey, we want to send you to therapy, and like the judge was like, I don't feel as though he needs therapy, and I'll say this: relations that I have with my close friends, actual therapy for both of us because when we talk, we have deep conversations
Hmm.
that actually have meaning. It's
Absolutely.
like initially invested in your life with good intentions because you're my brother.
Right, right, right.
That's my duty. So like I have to make sure that I'm doing my duty as a brother to check up on you and make sure you're doing good. That's a part of
Right.
my mental health. But I don't think we didn't have a time where we didn't do that, saying like in our relationship as friends.
Right, right, right. We've always
Years
been making sure that
like
we're good, you
that's
know?
that was like where we hung out on a daily basis where it was
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm going to Shane's house.
Yeah, I
Where's Isaac
mean,
at?
I
Isaac's at
do feel like
Shane's.
that's important to have somebody that's a true friend that you're like, hey man, I ain't doing good. And you like, I'm coming over. I'll be there in a minute. It's all good.
Oh, you're not doing good. I can see it. I saw it
Yeah.
yesterday when I left your house.
Right, right, right.
Already, what I'm saying? Like you weren't in the best mind. When I woke up in the morning, like I gotta go to Shane's house and check on my guy.
But
I was
hey, on the flip side, for those people nowadays that don't necessarily have that person that's super close to them that they can sit there and talk to and tell, all their problems to, there are places like, for example, that website Hymns. I mean, that's actually a cool website. It's
if
all
you
it's
if
all
you
for
if you
guys,
really want to know if you really want to know mental health starts with someone else helping you. The first person you should go to is yourself.
Well, yeah,
down
but hey, be
and
careful with that because us as guys,
no,
we battle with our demons, and I think that that's a lot of the
listen.
problem is that we haven't been able to talk to people for so long that it's
When I
unmanly to even
when
show that you're struggling.
you have to understand that no one's going to come and save you.
Yeah,
You turn from being a little boy into a man, and your mindset has to change. The only person that's going to save you is yourself.
right.
In
The only
your
thing is,
thoughts,
a
in your
lot of
thoughts, where it all
that,
starts. You know what I'm saying?
a lot of that is actually the reason on why people struggle so much, though, is because they feel like they have no help anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you're alone because nobody's going to help you.
Bro. It's all about the perspective of how you see things. So
Yeah.
when people are by themselves, and it's not even talking about on a physical level, mentally, when someone is by themselves, it's you have to change the mindset from being positive to negative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand that sometimes it's not being alone; it's finding peace.
Hmm.
Easy process to find peace because you can't go somewhere and buy it. Attain that by creating it.
Right.
Standpoint, because being outside of myself, trying to get things that someone could take away from me, not realizing that everything I needed was right here. You know what I'm saying? My
Absolutely.
own thoughts, the way that I perceive things. And that's the process that I'm noticing inside of you, that you also notice the same thing. You know this well. That's why I was commending you on the process of getting over a loss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that there weren't hard times. I'm saying that you did it in a manner of where I'm looking at you right now and I'm seeing someone different, because I know this, if this had happened at a different stage of your life, it would be who you are right now.
Right. I
You have
appreciate
taken
that.
it differently. You have taken it differently, and I would have been like, damn, I gotta go to Texas. I have to check on my guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You right now, knowing you, like, bro, man's like he's doing good. Like I can actually call you a man. Like that, but that man right there, he's doing good.
Right. Right. Yep. And it's always funny because whenever you see each other as kids, like it's hard to see each other as adults. You know, you're always like, nah, this
Right.
dude from
That's
down the
bro.
block,
I
you know, like,
remember. Right. That's shame, bro. Like,
bro, first time I ever met this man, I told him I was gonna kill him after I was dead.
look, rightfully so. His valid for saying such things was correct. I'm not gonna
Hey, you
say he had
remember
no reason.
Dubler had that fucking knife? And he's like, oh, like a fucking stupid ass, dude. Oh,
All
man.
this in the rear view mirror. This is great. Look,
All right.
Shane,
So I got you. I'm gonna hit
apologize.
you with the
I
story. I'm gonna hit you.
apologize. Hey, I apologize for everything that I've done to you
Right?
in the
Nah. So,
past, bro.
all right. So back in the day, Isaac was a few years older than us. We're all hanging out, you know, we're going on a cruise, right? And there's like five of us in, it was a Lumina, right? Like a 98 Lumina. All right.
Lumina,
So we're chilling in this Lumina
Lumina.
and we're hitting some back roads in Wisconsin, just flying around. And I'm like, dang, dude, this dude hauling ass. We need to chill out, you know? And
Fair
and
warning. Fair warning. I told you about the hill.
you
Coming.
did? Hold on, I'll get to that. What's going on, Tyler Rob? Appreciate you for stopping by. So this man's driving all crazy, and I'm asking my boy up front, I'm like, hey, dude, this dude good over here? Like, he's like, no, he's a good driver. He's a good driver. I said, all right, we going a little hard. And this man said, he driving, he cruising, just chilling. He said, all right, everybody, hold on. We gonna get some air. I said, air? What the fuck? Dude, I shit you guys not. We launched this Lumina like long enough for me to be looking around inside and being like, oh shit. You know, my boy Aaron over there, he was messing with his knife or whatever. He almost stabbed himself in the face. Like, we're just up in the air. This thing slammed. just kept driving like nothing. Man, I was like, I literally thought so many things were gonna break. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna kill you. I was telling this man, I'm like, we crash, I'm killing you. You know?
Calm it down. Calm it down.
Oh
Man,
man.
being so dramatic.
Dude,
That's
hey, you know what
serious.
though? The funniest part about this is this I was like, bro, you gotta mess up your suspension. He like, nah, it's gonna be fine. Hey, Isaac, why'd you get rid of the car? Fucked up suspension?
I blew a motor in that car.
Man, your struts were bad for like months. The car wouldn't even move.
No, they weren't. That was the one I
You
fixed
don't
the control
remember.
arm on. I fixed the
All
control
right,
arm
my
on,
bad. Yeah,
remember?
yeah, yeah. You broke the upper control arm doing the exact same shit.
Right. Right. We fixed that.
This man
Brought me
almost killed
the
us right away.
your
But
dad brought me the control arm. But did you die though?
nah. And honestly, like after that, you know, like we'd been cruising. Obviously, we're both drivers and stuff. So I mean, I do trust your driving, you know. I think the
With me in
best
the
time we
city.
had had,
You drove with me in the city, bro. Like
yeah,
in the
yeah,
city, that's the true test of like optimal driving.
yeah, I know. And you know what? Honestly, like I think back to that a lot, and I'm like, man, we were dumb, dude. Like, cause
We were
hey, this
kids.
man, we're
We were
in
kids.
Chicago. He's doing like at least 100 on the highway
10.
in
A buck
traffic.
10.
All four tires are sliding. All four tires are sliding through like lane to lane and stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, man. We were
It's
getting
like
it.
it's like four cars. Remember how there would be like a pack of cars that would go through traffic like that? Oh well, I'm in it to win it, Ricky Bobby
Yeah,
style.
yeah. That was fun. That was some good old times there.
Those are that. Hey, look. All I'm saying is, as you get older, would I do that now as a 40-year-old? No. Um, life anymore. The way my checkings and my savings is
Right. Uh
time. Gee, I
I got
don't
that
have
Ford
energy
Focus
for that.
FT.
Time for coming home for dinner,
Yeah.
watching the news, passing out,
Damn.
up at 4 o'clock, and doing it all over again. Go to work.
The hell did I do with my drink?
Oh, right now, only reason why I'm not at work is because I got laid off. And I'm waiting for my other job to start up. And that's horrible because I need something to do. Like I told you earlier, I said I can't be on here too long because I need to be productive. I need to find something to do. Like
We're making a
I'm gonna
production. It's even
be at
better
the
than
time
being productive.
to be cleaning clothes, folding, doing dishes. I mean,
Hey, um,
legit.
let's flip up subjects here. Um
Health
obviously,
activities, all mental health activities. Cleaning helps my mental health.
hey, you know what? That's a fact. That is a fact. Uh every time like my shed get too dirty or something, or the house get too dirty, I'm like, ugh, just start feeling all bad. So yeah, cleaning actually does help. It sucks to clean though. Honestly, the anxiety from like
It does.
having to
It
clean
does.
kind of makes it worse.
I procrastinate a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
me
like,
too.
look, mentally, I have to talk to the little kid in me and be like, bro, quit being lazy.
Yeah. Actually, back
Socks.
to real quick on the snake aspect. Um, make sure you guys clean in tubs all the time. You know, I do know a lot of people that will end up letting their snake tubs go too long, and that is actually really easy for your snake to get sick like that, and nobody wants to buy sick
Just well,
snakes.
just cleaning in general in life, hygiene. Same thing with your house.
Yeah.
House keeps you from getting sick, so it would be the same thing to do for your snakes.
Yeah,
If you're going to
absolutely.
clean your house, why wouldn't you clean theirs?
So I do want to mention while we are out here, feeling in the Christmas spirit. Obviously, I got my Christmas background
Humbug.
going.
I don't. Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm,
feel you. I feel
mm-mm,
you.
mm-mm.
But
No.
So being in the
Uh,
Christmas spirit,
I'm
I'm
broke.
going to be giving one lucky person a good Christmas present. Uh,
Me.
I don't think you want it. Isaac is afraid of snakes. Yeah, you are,
Actually, really not afraid of snakes.
bro. Why don't you ever want to hang out when I'm telling the snake thing? You always be like,
He doesn't like snakes.
ah, I got you. So, we're probably going to be giving away a snake to one lucky person out there, maybe two. It depends on how things go. Um, Basically, drop a comment down below. Make sure it's a real good comment. We're going to be hooking somebody up. Uh, this snake is for, I was hoping it would go to a breeder. Um, because I have some pretty cool snakes, depending on. Oh, he fell out. Give me 1 second, guys. You're back. Oh, back. All right. All right. Later, Rob. Um, my bad. He ended up cutting out. Wi-Fi is apparently sketchy out there. But yeah, we are going to be giving away a snake, most likely to somebody cool, depending on how many people really care about it or whatever. See if it seems like people are in want of one, then it looks like we will. Make sure you guys leave a good comment, all that stuff, and see if this guy's come back in. Yeah. But yeah, I do have two clutches going right now. One of the clutches is a red stripe clutch. It was ODYB red stripe to a pastel Enchi butter leopard het clown. The male was 66% het clown. We did not get any visuals. So all of the babies, I have to say, are only 50% het clown because we weren't able to prove out the male. Um, but yeah, we got a few of those, a couple of different red stripes, red stripe leopard, yellow belly leopard, Enchi, stuff like that. A couple of different combos in those. And then we had a another pairing. That one was a piebald to a fire clown. And, he ended up making some double hets, and some of them are fire, some of them are just normals. Um, I was actually thinking of possibly giving away a pairing of those, so that way everybody can make some, clown pies. Figured that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll get a little more into it as we ramp up towards Christmas. This is just the first announcement about it. I'm thinking either right before Christmas or right after Christmas is when we'll do the giveaway. Uh, Possibility for on Christmas itself, but usually everybody's pretty busy that day. So I was kind of thinking before or after. But if you do want to enter, just make sure you do have an enclosure, heat mat, thermostat, all that good stuff. Hopefully you already know husbandry and all that good stuff as well. If not, I can teach you, no problem, but it definitely helps to already know that stuff ahead of time. Speeds up the whole process. Um, Now, for those of you that are in Texas, obviously, if you do win the snake, we can meet up. If it is somebody from out of state, you will have to pay shipping. That's the only thing. Um, but yeah, anybody that wants to enter, make sure you guys are leaving good comments. Basically, the best comment wins. This one's going to be kind of biased. It's not a clear giveaway. It's more of just a Christmas present to somebody, you know. Um, So I appreciate you guys. Give me 1 second, see if you back in here. No, he ain't back. But yeah, Isaac lost his signal. Uh, it's all right. He's one of my longest friends from back home. Uh, literally a brother to me. So it's cool to get him on here. He hasn't really been on the snake stuff though. I've been trying to get him on it, and he's like, because his lady is scared of snakes, and I think one of his kids are too. Actually, it was something along those lines. Like last time I was showing him, he was like, "We're gonna take that away." They started screaming and stuff. So uh, yeah, but glad to be back. I'm gonna be trying to do some more content. Get back out there. You know, reemerge, have a good time doing this too, you know, because I do miss it. It's fun. I like the community. I like the people. It's pretty awesome. So I was going through some rough times towards the end of that, and I do think that I needed to take a good break, just to get everything in my life right. Um, so yeah, everything's real good right now, and hopefully soon we will start showing you guys some of those babies, some of those double hets and stuff like that. We also have our puzzle pairing going, and I have the acid clutch coming. So we got two of those going, and then I actually just paired up my albino spot nose to my pastel NG leopard clown. So that one will be cool. Um, but yeah, making some more double hets. Uh, going Ooh, yeah. I also paired the black pastel to T'Challa, so that one's gonna be a good one. Hopefully, some black pastel leopard exanthic pieds come out of that clutch. We got quite a few clutches going right now, um, that I'm actually looking forward to. So I'm like, yeah. I was shooting for the moon on the red stripe one. I knew that he was only 66% het red stripe, and I only had a het clown female that I could put to him. It wasn't ideal, but I was like, well, if I get a red stripe clown, cool, I'll be able to use that into this. I didn't get one of those, but what I did get was a red stripe butter, and I did not realize how cool red stripe and butter are together. So that's actually got me thinking, and I might be doing something with that a little bit later. Um, it is a female though, so I got plenty of time to grow her up. Uh, So, just thinking about the projects and how to move forward and this and that. Soon I'm going to be getting some more racks. I'm thinking about building racks and kind of looking to test the market, see if people are looking to buy racks, because I've noticed that a lot of racks are really expensive, and the ones that were cheaper are no longer available, or they're really cheap looking, and it's just like, you know, um, I see that every time somebody makes a homemade rack, it usually ends up uh, like having to take something off somewhere. It's like not everything is going to be exactly like how you would from, like, for example, Lone Star Reptile racks. They had decent racks, and then you see other people and they got these regular Sterilite tubs and stuff, and you're like, works still, but it's not as cool as the ones with the cup holders with the Freedom Breeder tubs and all that stuff. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to make some higher quality but still cheap uh racks and see how that market goes as well. Uh I really got to get back to it as far as building that snake track. I think the racing is pretty cool. I'm going to do that just for fun. Um but I got to buy a lot of plexiglass. And man, you can't get no good deals on plexiglass anywhere. It's like the PVC, you can find people that have PVC and get a good deal on it and this and that so that you can actually build the racks. But as far as like anything with the plexiglass on it, man, that stuff's expensive. I haven't been able to find a good deal anywhere. But yeah, all the same stuff, just trying to improve every day. Uh Hayden's now a junior. They had a heck of a season this year in football. Ended up falling out in like the third round of the playoffs. So, or was it second round? It might have been second round. Next season for them, it's going to be a good one. Rain's now working on basketball and violin, so that's cool. Tamara's still killing it at work. Just kind of giving updates on everybody. But yeah, I mean, glad to be back. Glad to see everybody out there. I hope you guys are having a great time. We'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.